Let's not do that. All right, hello friends. We are not quite up on my iPad yet. What is happening? Maybe I need to go back into it. Oh, it's just a little bit delayed. Well, hello friends. Good Saturday morning. Oh, there we go. Hey, Shiwin. Oh gosh, so this morning was a little bit interesting. Sorry, you're gonna shake here for a second because I need to change this. This is too bright on my face. There we go, it's a little better. So this morning was a little crazy. So I got up and I was working on some things, and about 5 minutes before going live, I was like, oh, I should probably get all set up and ready to go. And I realized that my iPad was dead, which is how I talk to you all. So I charged that up and I'm at 1%. So I think we're going to be good to go. But if it like, boop, if it like goes, if I stop, responding, I'll tell you. And then hopefully it'll just charge itself and be fine. But we'll be good. So hello, happy Saturday. I apologize that I haven't been here on the last 2 Thursdays. It's been some, interesting weeks. 2 weeks ago, I got well, it's not 2 weeks ago. It's a week and a half ago, I got my vaccine. So that's been really cool. And then cool in the sense of like as cool as vaccines can get. And this Thursday, Aaron had to work at night, so I had to watch the kids and, do all the kid things, which was fine. So that is that. But I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. So I figured I'd just reschedule, and I've had some people ask me about doing a random Saturday so that they could come, since the nighttime isn't always a great time for especially overseas folks. So I thought it would be fun to just give Saturday a try and see what happens. So here we are. Today I have 5 stories to put together with you all. It probably will not take the full 2 hours, so we'll just get these done, and then when we're done, we're done. And we'll have an awesome Saturday, leading up to our Sunday Easter celebrations, if you celebrate Easter. So yay, happy weekend. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get you guys flipped over, and we're just going to get to work on these projects. So let's do it. Of course, janky as always. Sorry. All right. Let's get you in. Here we go. So we've got that. I don't have any of my crazy lights on, so there shouldn't be too much glare. All right. Yay. Let's see who else is here. Oh, hi, Samantha. I am excited for you to be here as well. We've got Lisa, Judy, Lisa. What'd you say? My first dose last Wednesday. And it is cool. It is cool. It's just a funny thing to say, like, oh, getting my vaccine is so cool. What a world we live in, where vaccines are fun and cool. All right. So the stories I've got today are all a bunch of ones. Oh, wait, I gotta yell at a cat. Hey, get off. Oh, my cat is super curious about all of the things, and so he keeps getting into all my stuff. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, my stories today are a bunch of, are they all Habit? I think they are all from the Habit story kit. So ones that I had planned back when I did my project planning, but ones that I actually never had the chance to complete. So I am going to be working through 5 stories through using the Habit story kit, which will be pretty fun. So the first one, I was inspired by this piece right here, this little quirks, which actually was part of a journaling card, and I just cut it out. And I'm trying to see if I can figure out what the heck I was talking about here. So I've got my photo, I've got my journaling, and then I'm thinking this was going to go at the top. That's probably what I had. And then I've got a bunch of little stickers to use as bullet points, and maybe that across the middle. I think that looks good. Yeah, let's do that. So this was, I used one of the cards that came in the kit, and I just cut out the center part. I think it had the word habits on it, and I must have used that and fussy cut it for one of the projects. And so I kept these pieces thinking like, oh, I could maybe use some of that color somewhere, and sure enough, I can. So we are doing that. Oh, Judy, you're so lucky that that you only had to get one. So lucky. Yes. I wish I only had to get one. So I actually, my symptoms were pretty mild after getting the vaccine. Like I had a really, really sore arm and I was tired. But a week later, because it's now been a little over a week, a week later, I noticed that I have some, I have 2 like cysts or lumps or something right next to my collarbone on the side that I had my vaccine. And at first I was like, oh, maybe it's just like, I don't know, like a zit coming in, because that happens. And I had one at that point, and then I got another one, and they've never come through with anything. So then I looked it up, and it's apparently that's a symptom that people are experiencing. So there are these painful, like, little lumps right next to my collarbone. I think they are, what do I want to say? They're like filled, not filled. That's not the word I'm looking for. There's a word I'm looking for. It'll come to me here in a second. But like lymph nodes that are filled. They hurt. It hurts though. So I'm hoping that like dose 2 won't lead to more of those, because I don't like it. Oh yes, good question, Judy. What is everybody working on? You're doing a hybrid from the all year long class. Yes. Yes. That class, there's been a lot of really positive feedback from Jenny's hybrid class, which is awesome. She's amazing at the hybrid stuff. So I haven't had a chance to take any of the classes yet, just, you know, things being busy, but eventually I want to go in and take her class too. It's possible. We'll see. We'll see later if I want to do that. Okay. So one of the things that I like to do when I type out my journaling, and you'll see this on a couple of my projects today, is in Photoshop. Eventually one day I will film some kind of process that shows you how I do it. But basically there is a shape tool in Photoshop where it's a circle, like you can do a circle, a square, an oval, like all different kinds of shapes. And you can designate the diameter by the diameter of your circle, or like, you know, length by width of your other shapes. So I like to make my own in a super light gray color to be the same size as my stickers, so that when I go to put my stickers down to use them as my bullet points, all I have to do is cover up that gray circle, and it's super easy. It makes placing things down a lot easier for me anyway. So that's just a trick that I've been using a lot lately. I need to just kind of sit down one of these days and do a bunch of digital like Photoshop hybrid type videos to show you guys some of these tips and tricks, but time is in short supply, I suppose. But it's a really great tip if you're looking for ways to make your actual like desk crafting quicker. And it also allows you to evenly space everything as well. So you don't have to worry about it being, you know, not spaced or not in the straight line. It makes it all super easy. All right, so I'm thinking no to that. Maybe I want just a tiny bit of blue at the bottom. I kind of like that to go next to my photo. I wasn't planning to do anything to my photo, but maybe I'll see if I've got, I don't know. There's not really a whole lot of room on there. Let's just put some of this on the bottom of this though, because I do think I like that. All right. Oh, hello, Brandy. See if anybody else popped in here. Oh, and Gidget's here. Hello. Whoop. Angela. Yes, I'm glad to have you here live too. All right, so yeah, see, I think that looks good with the blue on the bottom. All right, so we've got some like leftover pieces here. I wonder, I have an idea. I need to grab one of my circle punches though. Let me grab that out of its drawer, and then I'm thinking if I did like a half circle, I could maybe layer on top some kind of like word phrase. Okay, let's get my punch. I think I'm gonna do like a 2.5 inch. Yeah, we'll try that. Maybe I'll grab my 2-inch too. All right, so we've got 2-inch, we've got 2.5. So let's start with the 2.5 and we'll go from there. How is everybody's weekend starting out? Does everybody get a long weekend? I mean, like, I guess technically not everybody. Aaron didn't get a long weekend this weekend, which was a bummer because it would have been nice for him to have yesterday off. But how's everybody's weekend? And if you have plans for your Sunday, what are you doing tomorrow for your Sunday? Let's see here. So I don't really want to cover that up. Okay, so what if we did like, maybe I want you to be 2 inches, although I like, because then it gets that in the 3 places too. Okay, let's try the 2-inch instead. I might regret this, but I don't care. We're gonna do it anyways. So let's just kind of position this in there and sure. Ooh, 2 weeks. Nice. Yay, vacation. Okay, 2 inches. I could maybe do that. Okay, and let's see. Fresh air. Okay, so this is all about corks. So, ooh, how about we'll put unique? That's a good word for corks. If we have like unique, and then maybe like, let's see, go bad you are unique. Okay, that's great. That's what we're gonna do. You are unique on this little half circle thing. That's gonna work for me. I just want to use up all of that stripe, and this is a good way to do it because it's really pretty and we don't get a lot of patterns, right? So might as well use them when we can. So we're going to say you are, I cut those down because they were just kind of a little bit long for this. So we got you are unique, and then maybe we'll, you know what, let me put this down. I'm not caring about them being straight. I'm just going to let them be kind of wonky if I want. And then I'm thinking this little heart would be cute up above. You are unique. Cool. And let's get rid of all this extra stickery stuff on my hands. And we'll just tape it on there. Cool. No days for me. Currently babysitting in Chicago. Nap time. Oh, amazing. Yeah, normally it would be nap time here for us too. So I feel you on that. Nap time is bliss time. Maybe that's just me. But yeah. Those kids need their naps. All right. There we go. So there's project number 1. So we've got my quirks. Which for me in my journaling, I just talked about. I'm going to end this one and try wait, did you? Oh, hey you guys, are we back? Okay. I don't know what, that was super weird. Okay. Good, I was just about to end this and go start a new one. Okay. Yeah, here's my like, bleh. Yay. Oh my gosh, you guys, I had no idea. Yeah, I have to use, I'm using my iPad under my husband and my phone under me. I had no idea that I was frozen until I asked a question. I was like, hey, I need your help with something. And then I wasn't getting any responses. And I was like, this is super weird. Interesting. Yeah, it's because I was frozen. So you guys missed like all of this. Oh, bummer. What the? That was so weird. Well, I apologize. I don't know what happened there. I went to end it and then it all of a sudden started working again. Okay, so oh, technology. Anyway, so I believe we got stuck. That's so funny that everybody thought it was them. And then like you guys kept saying like, my internet's bad, my internet's bad. And I was like, wow, what is going on with the internet today? And then I looked at the screen and realized it had froze. So it wasn't the internet, it was me. And maybe my internet. Okay, so you guys saw the end of this one, which feels like forever ago. So I apologize. Oh my gosh. And I've been working on this one. So here's what I did. I have this picture that I printed, and I printed this picture at 6 inches wide by 4¼ inches tall. So it's a little bit taller than a normal 4x6. The reason I did that is because I wanted a little section at the bottom that I could adhere stuff to. So then I had a piece of this Happy Life, Happy Mind pattern card. It was like a repeat pattern text of that. And I adhered it to the very bottom of my photo. And then I had a quote card that says, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. And this card, I trimmed off 1/4 inch on both sides of it so that the quote would stay in the middle and adhered that to the pattern. So it just creates this like layered page, which allows me to use more of my cards and whatnot on my page, but to still have a photo and to still have a fairly significant photo. For the cards that are going next to it, my plan is to not do anything to it. So I've got a journaling card with text on it. So, and the things I said on here were like, you know, I'm the type of person that has to work ahead of myself. It's the only way I can feel confident that nothing will go astray. Workflow equals batching is my lifeblood. I like to batch my crafty tasks when I feel most creative versus productive. And I have to take special care with my time management since we don't have a ton of quiet time in our house. Scheduling is everything. So just talking about habits that, you know, I have when it comes to crafting and producing stories, I suppose. So what I was debating here is I feel like this could use something up here. I pulled out a few different things. So I've got some hearts from that quarterly scrapbooking kit. I've got, I believe this actually came in the habit kit, maybe, I don't know. I've had these for a long time, but I'm playing with the idea of adding something into the upper right-hand corner, but I can't decide if it just feels too heavy or not. My favorite combo, I should do that so I can see you guys. My favorite combo is potentially this one, but it feels really big. So I wanted some advice on, what do you guys think? Is that, I mean, it just feels heavy. Oh, I don't know, but I love the yellow. So I could just do the yellow, forget anything else, and then maybe do something across. Like if I've got, you know, a phrase sticker that would work or something, but I know I really like the yellow and the gray together because it's got like this polka dot pattern. I don't know. So I can't even believe that I froze for that long and didn't realize it. Anyway, so reset the internet. Oh my gosh, you guys, so ridiculous. Yeah, I had tried like this blue one, but I'm like, oh, it's too small. I had this tiny gray one, but it felt too tiny. So I've got like this one, but see how it's like so little. So I'm like, I don't know. I've got a blue, yeah, gray and blue. I guess that's kind of better. I just love the yellow. Yellow and gray together. Okay, cool. So you guys can enable my large embellishing here and I won't feel bad about it. Okay, that's what I'm going to do then. I'm just going to do the big ones because, I mean, it's pretty. And they'll be separated technically, like, by rings. So, just saying, it should be fine. So let's do that. Let's just add these here. This one I think I'm just going to staple. All right, so we're stapling that on, and then this one I can just stick. I might need to put some, do I have any decent, these things are huge. See if I've got any like foam that would work, because I feel like it's going to need a little bit of dimension here. So yes, this is felt. Yes. Yep, so that's felt, that's chipboard. And then, you know, the rest of it's just paper. So, of course, I stuck you so darn close. Okay, well, it'll be fine. All right. Yeah, so now that should be good. All right, so I'm going to take off the release paper. Yep. And then we're just going to stick that in there too. It's like almost too thick, those foam things, but it'll be fine. It'll push it down eventually. All right, so that is going to be story number 2. I don't always feel like I need to do stuff to all of the journaling cards. Like, you know, like you could add an embellishment to that, but I just don't feel like it needs it. I think it's fine. So I'm just going to put it in plain and it will serve as decoration in and of itself, I suppose. Okay, so that's going to be that one. This one is going to go into a story album. So this will go into a 6x8 page protector. And then this will go into a 3x8 page protector that's divided. And so then on the back side, there'll be a different story that will go to a different photo, if that makes sense. So that is how that one will be stored. All right, so let's move on to number 3. Yeah, I like the felt too. Oh, thank you, Shiwin. Literally, all I did I took a whole bunch of photos like this one day. I just stuck my photo in, not a window. We have like a sliding door that leads to our backyard. So I propped it up against the door so it was facing in because, you know, lighting is really important for taking photos. So if you are facing a light source, like if you're facing the window and there's sun outside of the window and you take a picture of yourself, the lighting's going to be better than if you have your camera facing the lighting source. So I propped it up in the window so it was facing towards me, and then I just like laid on the ground and took some pictures in black and white. Like I hadn't showered in days. That's why that black and white was black and white for sure. Okay, this one is gonna be very fast. Oh, actually very, very fast. So this has no picture. I don't believe that all scrapbooking or storytelling pages need to have pictures. So I don't have pictures for this one. I just have writing. And this one, I did that same thing with those circles. So literally all I'm going to do is add these to this. And then I have 2 fun ones about my kids here. But this is just, again, I'm just going to add these in, which I'm probably going to go like gray, red, cream, gray, and this one because it's got red. So it gives it a little bit of variation here. This one I did a little bit of longer journaling, using this card as my prompt, which says the stimulus, and between stimulus and response, there's a space, and in that space, our power to choose our response, and in our response lies our growth and freedom. Which I was having a hard time I feel like life is such a roller coaster of like good weeks and hard weeks. Like there's just not been a whole lot of in the middle lately. So I was having a hard week, and this was probably about a month ago that I put this one together. So that's literally all this is going to be, is just writing and a card, which I might actually even flip it and go that way. It's not, I will say it's not my favorite. Like what I probably could have done that would make this even better. So just FYI, if you have this card and you're looking for something to do with it, I could have printed my card in black maybe. So I could have had the background be black and my text be white. And that might have been a little bit better because there is a color clash between this like creamy color and the white of my cardstock. I don't care enough to go and redo it. Like I think it's fine. For me, the important part of this spread was sitting down and writing. Like I just needed to write that day, and having this card as my prompt and the little like stickers at the bottom to like help guide that journaling along. That was what I needed in that moment. So for me, does it matter that it kind of color clashes? No, doesn't matter. Don't care. And it's still going to go into my album just like that. So just let that be an encouragement to you, maybe, that things don't always have to be perfect, because visual perfection is not always the purpose for, well, I mean, it's really, probably shouldn't ever be the purpose of scrapbooking, because visual perfection is never attained. But, you know, how something looks aesthetically pleasing is not always the purpose for scrapbooking. Sometimes it's literally to just sit down and write something when your body is telling you or your mind is telling you that you need to just sit down and write. So, I don't know. Some just, I guess, food for thought, I suppose. All right. Next story is I'm going to be doing the same exact story for my son and my daughter. So they're both going to have the same thing. Oh,